Namaste. So welcome to another one of our awakening talks, where we really don't know what's going to be said until we just sit, be still, and see what happens. So, what are we going to talk about today? Life is something of a confusing element sometimes. Life can be beautiful. Life can be interesting. Life can be dramatically overwhelming for some people. And for some people, it's not so dramatically overwhelming. Why? Why is that? Why does there have to be so much of a separation of people? Why does there have to be so much of a separation within yourself? Why does there have to be so much chaos within everything that we see? And why does there have to be anything? Why do we need any of this whatsoever? None of it means really anything, to be perfectly honest. The only thing that it really means is life. Just very simple, simplistic. Simple things that are dramatically overcomplicated for no reason. As we humans love to overcomplicate everything all of the time. But it's easy to overcomplicate everything all of the time when you don't understand what's really going on. To really understand what's going on is something that, in order to find out, you need to be still. Be still. Be you. In you, there is stillness. Just like the water runs and it flows, and then in a beautiful way it becomes very calm. It becomes very still, to where you can almost go out on the lake and walk on it in the middle of the summer. That's truth. It's very interesting to see what comes up. What will we talk about? What needs to be discussed? What needs to be talked about so much and so dramatically that we have to understand what's going on? What is going on? Where are you? Have you read your book this morning? Have you read your book today? You can go back and watch a few of the videos that were done before this to understand what that means. Your book. You are that book. That book that answers everything that you could ever desire. Truly. which is life. You are that book of life. You are what everything and everyone is searching for. Individually, personally, and dramatically. That word, dramatically, supposed to be so profound. But the human language isn't the thing that's profound. It's not the thing that everyone is searching for. It's just a part, a piece of who you are. A very rudimentary element that gives you communication. It's not who you are. It's what you have. It's what you enjoy. It's how you operate. It's how you communicate with one another. But it's not who you are. So, even language, even if language isn't who you are, then what is? Have you asked yourself that? If language was something that is only a piece of what you are, and that's something you use every moment, almost every single day, and it's still not who you are, then what do you think is? Something that you use every moment, every day. Is it your mind? Is it your thoughts? Is it your love? Is it your heart? Is it your obsessions over the material world? Is it money? Is money who you are? If I take a dollar bill and hold it up, do I see you? No. That'd be silly. Wouldn't that be silly? That would be one of the silliest things I probably could ever do, is hold up a piece of paper that we call money and then identify that piece of paper as you. If it sounds so silly, us talking about it right now, then why do people do it? Why do people do it every moment of every day? Identify themselves with this thing so-called money. How can you identify yourself as something so finite, so made up of only matter? Are you made up of only matter? Are you only the physical thing that people see when they walk down the street? No. That's not who you are. So what is it? Who are you? Your life. You are what gives life. You are what gets life, what enjoys life. You are life. You are the thing that everybody is searching for, constantly, all the time. Even you. Isn't that funny? You are the thing that you are constantly searching for. You are the thing that you are constantly searching for. You and all your friends. Not when you're just gonna go out on a Friday night searching for each other. No, deep. Deeper. Much more deep than that. You are the thing that the entire universe is searching for. Constantly. You are that thing. So, what is that thing? Well, in some religions, they call it the book of life. Some religions call it matter. Some religions call it love. Some even call it God. Wow. Some religions call you the essence of who you are, God. Why is that? Why is it that some religions out there in this world call the thing that you are God? How is that? Well, in those same religions, if you open up their book that they give, it says that you are an embodiment of God. Or some even say that you are an image of God. So in order for you to be an image of God, what could you be? If I had a picture of you, and then I showed you that picture, what would it be? What would the picture show if I took a picture of you within your true essence of who you are? How does that work? What would show up? Would anything show up at all? Would you be happy with what you've seen? Would it be a mistake to even take your picture because of how offensive you would think that would be? Now, wouldn't that be silly? So, that being said, what is the truth of who you are? Well, it's in your book. The only way to find out truly who you are and what you are is to sit, be still, and be an essence of the life that you were given to experience within this three-dimensional reality of what everything calls life. Life is not what your government says it is. Life isn't what your family says it is. Life is what you say it is. The moment you wake up and understand you're asleep. The moment you wake up and understand you are life. So what will you do with that life today? What will you do with that life in 10 years within these cycles of what we call and try and understand what time actually is? Because time does not give life. Time is not who you are. So stop identifying with time. Stop making time more important than the life that you wished to live. We get so carried away within the structures of society that we lose track of what life is. Some of us, us, I was included, have no idea what life is until that moment that life strangles you to the point to where you can't breathe any longer without that life breathing within you. And when that moment comes, it'll be the most terrifying, exciting, thrilling, loving, peaceful, blissful, amazing point in your life. There will be no words to be able to identify these feelings with. Nothing physical will be able to comprehend the true essence and nature of what you are once or after it's experienced for yourself. Because these things we can talk about all the time, constantly, through experiences. And the stories help everyone. Truly, they do. So please, if you have a story, email us. Email us a video, an audio, or write us an email about your experience so we can share it on our Facebook group, Our Awakening Experience, and here on this channel, so everyone else, so other people can see your experiences and be able to relate to them to better understand what they might be going through as well. These things help other people gain more clarity, and that clarity is priceless going through this process. That clarity is misunderstood to how vital it is while you're increasing and heightening your perceptions of reality that you see, you experience, and you feel through all the senses that you have been given. The senses that you have been given only, though, give you access to this physical world to be able to experience. To truly experience life for what it's made to be, well, you need to get past this physical world. You need to start to understand what the essence of you really is. What is that? Sit. Be still like that calm, mirror-reflected lake in the midst of spring or summer, without ice, not cold, just still. Every breeze hits that lake, hits that water, and the water feels that breeze with the utmost sensitivity and clarity, as you should experience all things of life that is unfolded in front of you. But close your eyes first to be able to see the truth of all that is. So such a paradox. Close your eyes to be able to see better. It's true though. The only truth that you'll be able to see is whenever you close your eyes and go within. And then everything becomes more clear when you finally have the courage to open your eyes for the first time. Because don't think you've opened your eyes for the first time before. If you're here and you haven't experienced a lot of the things that you see other people are experiencing within this awakening process within your humanity, well then, identify with something else. Better yet, don't identify with anything if you have the courage to do so. Because the first thing that you have to drop within this whole gamut of processes and levels of experience is you have to rid yourself of fear first. Or you're not going to be able to open up and truly experience the opening up of who you truly are, because you're going to be so wrapped up into the things that you think you are. Not the reality, but the illusion. The illusionary ideas and concepts which make up your physical being. But better yet, get rid of all of the identifying factors that you believe that you identify with. Better yet, identify with something more profound, more divine. Identify yourself with your book. Find out what your book says. And then start to understand what that identifying classification means. But don't do it until you find something worthy of yourself, which is pure divine greatness, love, not matter, not money, not the physical nature that everybody sees on the outside, but the true essence of who you are, which is life in its purest form of love, truth, honesty, and pureness. Reality. That's the only reality that you're going to be able to come into. Anything else is not fitting for you. It's not going to be worthy enough for you to understand who you are. It's just not. There's nothing out there that's going to help you identify of who you truly are unless it's only the divine. There's nothing else greater than that. So find who you really are. Read your book. Go into our guided meditation, our inner light Kriya meditation. It's guided. Help us understand how we could make it better. But try it. Tell us what you think. Comment. Subscribe to the channel. Like it if you like this, so other people can see these things more. So we can show up in the algorithms of these tech companies. And play the game for a little while. To help other people understand what's going on within their experience of life. So be you, be true, and be that beautiful essence of life that you say it is. Love, honesty, truth. So be you, be absolutely love, and nothing else. Nothing more, nothing less, just pure love and graciousness. I'll leave you with that. Namah Shivaya Vaya Namasi. Say this every day. The thoughts will go away. Peace.